Everyone thinks German cars are the peak of engineering. BMW, Mercedes, Audi. But here's what nobody tells you. The countries with the highest car knowledge in the world, they don't drive German. They drive Japanese. And there's a reason for that. German brands don't sell you a car. They sell you a feeling. Luxury, status, power. And that feeling costs you long after you leave the dealership. Here's what mechanics see every day that buyers don't. BMW owners spend 70% more on repairs than Toyota owners every single year. That's not an opinion, that's RepairPal data. And the worst part? Most of those problems don't show up until the warranty is already gone. German engineering isn't bad, it's over-engineered, and that's a different problem. Take the BMW N63 engine. Twin turbos, valley-mounted, so packed in, you have to remove the engine just to change the spark plugs. That's not performance engineering, that's a repair bill waiting to happen. Sensors controlling sensors, software managing software. When one thing fails, it triggers a chain reaction, and it always fails. Let's talk real numbers. A basic oil change on a BMW? $180 to $250. On a Toyota Camry, $60. Brake job on a Mercedes E-Class, up to $900. Miss one service interval on these cars, and they don't just break, they break expensively. These engines are engineered for performance, not forgiveness. And that precision, it works against you the moment maintenance slips. Here's where people get destroyed without realizing it. A $70,000 BMW 7 Series loses half its value in 3 years. So someone buys it used for $35,000 and thinks they got a deal. But they didn't buy a cheap luxury car. They bought a $35,000 car with $70,000 worth of wear and zero warranty left. The depreciation isn't a discount. It's the market pricing in the pain that's coming. Consumer Reports, J.D. Power, which, year after year, Toyota, Honda, Mazda sit at the top. BMW, Mercedes, Audi cluster near the bottom for long-term reliability. Japanese brands made a different bet. Fewer parts, simpler systems, engines that run for 300,000 miles without drama. That's not a lack of ambition, that's engineering discipline. So are German cars bad? No, but they're not honest. They market themselves as the pinnacle of engineering, while quietly being some of the most expensive, most fragile cars to own long-term. You're not paying for a better car, you're paying for a better image and someone else's maintenance bill. The most reliable car in the world won't make people turn their heads, but it also won't leave you stranded. It won't drain your savings. It won't spend 3 weeks in the shop. So ask yourself, who are you buying this car for? Because if the answer is anyone other than yourself, you already made the wrong choice.